Hi YouTube, she's back. Okay, fun fact. In 2008, I started a blog about decorating and home and style and thrifting. And in 2011, I started a YouTube channel talking about and teaching people what I knew about blogging, because I quickly went from my mom and my family reading my blog to thousands and thousands of people reading my blog. I think in the first 6 months, I monetized my blog and had Google AdSense pay me every month. I think I was making like $3,000 a month for blogging. It was insane. And that was back like 2008, 2009, when all of this really just started. So here we are today in 2026, and I haven't maybe really made a YouTube video in years. I haven't really done much on here, but I've had a podcast and I'm about to hit 400 episodes. And something that I've learned along the way is that it's so important to pivot. It's so important to change things up and just to go where God feels, where it feels like God is calling you to go. So for me, I don't know, but it feels like YouTube. So I want to talk to you guys about blogging. I kind of want to circle back because in 2026, still today, I make a significant portion of income among my 7+ streams of income, but I make an income from that same blog that I've been blogging. Now, I've seen a lot of people fall out of blogging, stop blogging, quit blogging. A lot of people moved over to YouTube, Substack. Now people, Instagram, TikTok. There's so many different places that you can monetize your personality. You can monetize your tastes. You can monetize the things that you're obsessed with and the things that you love. But I want to talk a little bit about why I think blogging is still viable today. Now, the thing that we have to understand in this world of AI and technology is that things are changing like this. But as a girl in her 40s, I'm now in my mid 40s. I started my blog before I even turned 30 years old. I've been doing this for a while. I am in a season of life where I don't want to work so hard. Not only do I not want to work so hard, I don't want to be everywhere. I don't want to feel like I have to be on TikTok, on Instagram, on Substack, like all the places, even though I like to try and see what's really fun for me. So I'm going to tell you my 3 best tips for blogging today in 2026. So number 1, blogging in the world of AI, when everybody has access to information, okay? You can look up ChatGPT, anything on ChatGPT, and it will give you the information. You could search something on Google and it will kind of pop up before it's really going to show your blog. But there's ways around it. And this is where my tip number 1 comes in, is knowing keywords, knowing SEO, and knowing how to answer questions. The really good questions that people are actually searching for. What's especially helpful is your target demographic, like your target audience. What are they asking for? Now, some of you may feel like, I don't even know my target audience. I don't even know how to pick a niche. I don't even know where to start. I'm so overwhelmed. As a multi-passionate girl, it can be very overwhelming. I love home. I love interior design and feng shui and fashion and spirituality and manifestation and plants and gardening and recipes and health and wellness. Like, I love the travel. I love the gamut. I love it all. So how do you decide what you're going to pick? So I want you to think about who you're writing for. Now, a lot of times what I try to tell the girls inside of my communities and memberships, where I teach them about showing up online and online business, is go for the version of you 3 years ago. Create for, especially on a blog, the questions that you had how many ever years ago. So this video, I am kind of responding to like the question that I had 3-4 years ago. Well, 3-4 years ago, I had actually dropped off of blogging because I was spending so much time on my podcast, in my membership, on my courses, on Instagram, socials. It was really important to me. But I got really, really burnt out. It was around the time I turned like 41, 42. I just was like, I was over it. I was tired of creating content. And I didn't want to do anything anymore. But I had this inner feeling, which I tend to always follow my God intuitive nudges, to go back to blogging, to go back Everyone was kind of going on to Substack at this time, but I missed my blog. What I loved was curating images of interiors or, things, plants, dining tables, thrift finds, whatever. I wanted to curate images that would inspire a girl looking to decorate her home, right? Girl who has a similar style as me, girl who is searching for a new white sofa, girl who is figuring out how to do an art wall. That was my interest. That was the content that I wanted to create for, because it was the version of me 3 years ago. And I think that's always a good place to start. Who were you a couple years ago? What have you now mastered? Okay. And now how can you tell your story about it? Which leads me to number 2. So I started working on my blog again, but I was kind of over marketing it on social media. I was over promoting things on Instagram, and I decided to get into Pinterest. Pinterest changed the game for me. And here's the really cool thing that happened. I started with Google AdSense. Now, the way that you make a lot of money, or one of the ways that you make a lot of money on your blog, is through digital ad revenue. So you sign up with a digital ad agency and they will pay you for the amount of views that your blog gets. I was with Google AdSense when I first started this back. I think it was 2022 or 2023 when I was rekindling my blog. And I realized I had all this traffic and it wasn't the top dollar ad company. And so I did a little bit of research and I found out that the next high level that would accept me for the amount of traffic that I had at the time was She Media. Okay, that's the first one that I'm going to suggest. I really loved She Media. She Media was really great. And I started seeing an increase from creating pins on Pinterest that led traffic to my blog. Now, Pinterest was my secret of getting my blog to go from being on She Media. And the next goal that I had this big goal. I wanted to sign up with Mediavine, the next ad agency. And you have to have 50,000 sessions per month of traffic to your blog. I did that within months from Pinterest and knowing what to do on Pinterest, what to post on Pinterest. The thing about Pinterest, it's a visual search engine. So I got really good at creating boards for my girl. What did my girl want to know? My girl from 3 years ago. I didn't stress myself out on getting the right niche or having the perfect thing, or, there's so many people out there that will give you all of these expert opinions. But at the end of the day, for me, something that's always really worked is trusting my intuition, trusting my gut, praying about it, and allowing God to reveal to me, allowing God to show me where to go, what to do. And I decided to go all in on Pinterest. Why? Because it felt good. Pinterest did not feel like a place that I had to show up and perform or make everything really perfect. I just started creating pins and I started learning all about it. Anyway, maybe I can do more posts and videos on Pinterest if you guys want. Just put it in the comments, let me know, and I will help you. But that grew me to Mediavine. So I got signed with Mediavine. My income increased insane. I hit some insane numbers for monthly traffic that has brought me really, really great revenue. And I recently, in 2026, this year, I signed up with Raptive. So was the next level of digital ad agency for me. That was my ultimate goal. I love Raptive. It is so helpful what they have done for bloggers and helping bloggers really optimize their content. And I have learned so much. Okay. So that's number 2, using Pinterest to grow your traffic by sharing content that will inspire you, a version of you 3 years ago, right? Or the things that you really love. And this is the way that you can write about things that you are madly passionate about. Here's tip number 3, and it will bring you money, right? You will get paid for sharing that content. Now, here's number 3. The thing that I would do, instead of feeling like you have to niche down, I would get really niche specific on one thing, okay? On the one thing that you love. So for example, one of my recent blog posts that got me so much traffic is a blog post that I did on jewelry vendor tables. Now, for a couple of years, I had a jewelry business, and one of the most stressful things that I did was I would do these markets where I would sell my jewelry and I would make a lot of money, but I wanted some visual inspiration for that. And that blog post made me so much money. So niche down, get really specific on who you are, who your person is, what you want to do, and that will blow up your blog. Okay, if you want more videos like this, let me know. Love you. Bye.